Hi guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be my October empties, and I'm very happy because I feel like I have a good mixture of things. I don't have a lot of like body care items, but I do have quite a few things of like makeup-y things. So I'm excited because usually you guys don't see any kind of like makeup empty for me in these videos. Usually they're like in project pan finales, but anyway, I'm gonna get started. I have one item here that wasn't a project pan that I didn't quite finish it. This was in my, I think it was a summer project pan. It was a collab that I did with Alex from One Beauty Addict. It was called Fun in the Sun, and I didn't quite finish it. I thought I had like a week left, but I ended up having like a whole month after the finale finished. But as you guys can see, this is like all shriveled up in here. It is a pump, so I didn't bother like opening it and see if I could take any more because I feel like I got all the product or as much product as I can out of this. I love this. This is the Urban Decay, I don't think I've said, one and done skin foundation. It's kind of like they call it a hybrid complexion perfector, but it's kind of like a mixture between a tinted moisturizer and a light coverage foundation. I really love it. I use mine in the color, I think it's medium. Is there like different colors? I think, oh yeah, it's right here, light medium. I really enjoy it and I would repurchase it. I love it and I highly recommend it. If you're one of those people that like coverage things, I think that's a good one. Then I finished two mascaras, one full size. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara, the purple tube. It has a rubber bristle wand. It's kind of wide and thick. I love this. This is in the waterproof formula. I like to use my mascaras in the waterproof formula. That's just my preference. I feel like they hold the curl better. I love it. I would repurchase it. I've repurchased it countless times. And then I have a little sample here from the Tarteiste Lash Paint Mascara. I actually did enjoy this mascara. This one dried out completely. This is also a rubber bristle wand. And you guys know that I use a lash primer whenever I do my lashes. And so whenever I try to apply the mascara on my eye, the lash primer would get stuck in the wand. So the wand had like all these white little dots. So that's how I figured that this was pretty much done and dried. I put another one of these in my Blast Into Project Panning. So I'm gonna start using that one, but this one, I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it enough to think about buying it in the full size, but I did enjoy it. And then last, like makeup-y stuff, I have this little sample from Bare Minerals Blemish Rescue. This is a skin clearing loose powder foundation in the color medium beige 2.5. This is way too dark for me. You guys can't see it. This is like empty, but it's not done because I actually mixed it in with my Cover FX loose setting powder that I have in my 9 by Netflix. Just because this was super orange, like super orange, and I mixed it with that, and that's what I'm actually wearing today. I think it matches me pretty well, but by itself it was just super orange, super dark. Maybe in Bare Minerals I'm more of a light than a medium. Usually I'm a medium in everything, but yes, this is not quite done, but just the container is finished. Then I have a little perfume sample from Juliet Has a Gun, and this is in the scent Moscow Mule. I don't remember. Oh yes, I didn't like how this smelled. It smells kind of weird. Not a fan. Wouldn't recommend it. And then I used up two nail polishes, so I'm very excited. They're both mini from the Sephora Formula X. This was in the color Power Source, and then this one in the color Unmistakable. So kind of like a coral orangey color. It looks a little red on camera if I'm looking at it correctly. And then this one is kind of like a light mint green, but this one's more pinky than it looks red here. But I don't know if you guys can see, I am like way down here. And then on this one, I kind of moved it around, but you can't see. Both of these, I put nail polish thinner a few times, and they got so thinned out that they would just chip like within like maybe 12 hours. I would apply it at night before going to bed, and then in the mornings, whenever I get ready, by the time I got home by the time I got to work, like the corner of my nails were already chipped. So I have this color right now on my toes, but I don't have enough for another full manicure on my hands. I'm glad that I got the use that I got out of them, but it's time to move on to other nail polishes. And for next year, I for sure will be doing a project polish. I didn't do one this year, but I feel like I need to have nail polishes in a project to push me to use them because I do have a ton. And speaking of thinning out my nail polishes, I finished this bottle of the Develop 10 nail polish thinner. This is the second bottle that I've used of this. This is the only brand that I've ever used to use as a nail polish thinner. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. But I really enjoyed it. I think it does a good job, and I would consider repurchasing it. If you guys have any other recommendations, it's not very expensive either. I buy this at Ulta, but if you guys have any other recommendations for other brands, let me know. That way I can check them out. So that is as far as like the makeup-y things. Now I'm gonna dive into my bag here, and I hope I don't make too much noise. So I have one soap from Bath & Body Works. This is the Rose Water and Ivy. This is the foaming soap. I absolutely loved the scent. It smells great. I love rose scented things if it's done right, and this is definitely done right. However, I feel like due to the fragrance of this, it was very drying on my hands. I don't have a problem with Bath & Body Works drying out my hands, but I feel like this soap did, and I think it's because of the fragrance. So unfortunately, I wouldn't repurchase it. I do have the body spray, and it smells just exactly the same. So of course I will use that, but I wouldn't repurchase this scent just because I felt like it dried out my hands so much. I have a body lotion from Bath & Body Works. This is in the Hello Beautiful scent. It smells really nice. I also have the body spray on this one. It does have like a little bit here, but even though I had it like this, the product never really went down. I'm fine. I used most of it. I enjoy Bath & Body Works lotions. I would always repurchase them. Let's keep it going with Bath & Body Works, shall we? I used up this aromatherapy stress relief eucalyptus spearmint. This is a body wash slash foam bath, and I used it as a foaming, as a bubble bath for my baths, just because it's eucalyptus and spearmint, and I feel like it's really good for relaxing my muscles after a strong day of working out. I add either Epsom salts or any kind of like salts that I have to the bubble bath. I didn't finish any bath salts this month, but I did use up this bottle, and it smells great. This is one of my favorite scents from Bath & Body Works in general. So I would always repurchase. Something random here, I used up this bottle of hand sanitizer from Equate, which is the Walmart brand. I like to have this on my vanity when I'm doing my makeup. If I like clean up the counter, or if I touch the dogs and I'm doing my makeup, I'll just get some of this, and so I won't have to go like all the way to the bathroom to wash my hands, and then so I can continue redoing my makeup and touching my face. This is supposed to kill 99.9% of germs, and it has vitamin E. It smelled really nice. It didn't leave my hands sticky or dry them out. I really enjoyed it, and I would consider repurchasing it if I needed to. I used up this Rich Kid coconut oil gel from IGK. This is my favorite hair gel. This is the second tube that I've used of this, and I already purchased the third one. I just love it. I don't see myself not using this hair gel ever again. I love it. It's pricey for what it is and for the amount of product that you get, but this gel is really good at keeping your hair in place. It doesn't turn white, and if I wear my hair up one day and I use this, the next day I can brush it out, wear my hair down, and it doesn't leave any kind of like residue left in my hair. I love it. It smells great, and I just can't say enough good things about it. I highly recommend, if you guys can get your hands on a sample of this, do get it, because this is amazing. And I had 2 samples, speaking of samples, of this hair gel in my collection from somewhere. I don't know how I got hold of these, but I did, and I used them up. Like I said, I already have another tube that I'm working on, and I just love it. I highly recommend it, especially I used to be the type that if I wore my hair up, like that was it. The next day I'd have to wash my hair, but when I use this hair gel, I know that I don't have to. I can just brush it out and I'll be good to go. I used up 2 little containers of my contacts solution. I finally got contacts again, so you guys will start seeing these again. But this is the Bausch& Lomb BioTrue Multi-Purpose Setting Solution. I have the full size that I had from a long time ago. I'm surprised it didn't go bad. Maybe it did and I didn't notice. Oh no, 2020, so I was still good. And then this is the little sample that they gave me when I went to the doctor, the eye doctor. I already repurchased, and this is my favorite brand. I will continue to repurchase. I have a little travel size here of the Dove Deep Moisture body wash. I bought this when I went to Alaska last month, but the Airbnb where I was staying at, they had like all the toiletries, so I didn't even use it. So I used it when I came back. I liked it. It's been a long time since I used Dove body washes, like years, and I forgot how good they are. Maybe like once in a while I should purchase this instead of the Bath and Body Works. But I really enjoyed how it made my skin feel. It smells nice, and I would consider repurchasing it. It's pretty good. I used up this little container from Lush. This is the Lemony Butter Cuticle Butter. I loved this. It smelled really great. This has, it's a thick lemony cream that helps you get to grips with dry bits. So it has like, I wish it said like, I don't know, it has a lot of ingredients here, but it smelled really, really nice. And it was thick, but it has absorbed right away into my hands. And I know it's a cuticle cream, but I use it all over my hands just because I'm a nurse. I use alcohol-based products all day, every day to like clean my hands. So my hands are really dry. So I use this all over my hands, and it smelled really nice. Like I said, it absorbed right away and it didn't leave me feeling greasy. So there's no Lush here where I live, so I would definitely buy this online. Or order it from anyone going to a city that has Lush in it. But I love it. I recommend it if you suffer from dry hands or just cuticles like this is intended for. But I loved it. Great, 100%, 5 out of 5, gets an A+. The highest marks you can get, this gets. Random oral care things. I used up this bottle of the Crest Pro Health mouthwash. I've said it in every single Empties, I think. It's my favorite. And then I used up this toothpaste from Colgate. This is just the regular cavity protection, does the job. I used up this face wash. This is the Skin Laundry from California Gentle Foaming Face Wash. I loved this. This doesn't have like, it has just like a clean scent. It's not heavily fragranced. And I loved it. I even looked it up on to see where I could buy it, and I could buy it at Ulta. However, it doesn't have the best reviews. A lot of people say that it breaks them out with like long use. This is a pretty generous size. I think it's about an ounce, 1.7 ounce. So it's a pretty generous size. And during the whole time that I used it, it didn't break me out. I didn't have any problems with like skin irritation or anything. So I would consider repurchasing it. This worked for me well, but apparently a lot of people do have problems with it. It says that it's ideal for normal to sensitive skin. I think I have pretty normal skin, so it did work for me. I like it. I would consider repurchasing it. Realistically though, I don't think I would because it was kind of pricey, but I liked it. Then I used up this like duo treatment thing from Glam Glow. This is the Overnight Transforming Treatment. It comes in 2 steps. The first step is the Dream Serum, and the second one is the Dream Seal, and it's supposed to do something to your skin. Worked okay, I guess. My skin was I always put a lot of stuff in my skin, so I feel like it's always like moisturized. So I don't know if this actually did anything, but I used it. Then another product from Glam Glow that I finished was the Power Mud Dual Cleanse Treatment. I'm not a big fan of this one. It worked okay, but I would never purchase it, and I wouldn't care to get another sample. I have a little deluxe size of the Dior Micellar water. This burned the heck out of my eyes. I could not use this to remove my eye makeup. I had to use this only to remove my face makeup. Therefore, I wouldn't recommend it. I have this Dr. Jar Cicapair Tiger Grass cream. I can't talk. I loved this. I would consider purchasing this in the full size. It's a very thick cream, but it's not greasy. It absorbs in the skin right away. I could use it day or night. And if I used it during the day, I had no problem applying my makeup right afterwards. So I really enjoyed it. I would consider repurchasing it. I have a little sample of my favorite Kate Somerville product. This is the Wrinkle Warrior 2-in-1 Plumping Moisturizer plus Serum. I use this solely as a serum. I do apply a moisturizer on top of this, and I love it. I'm working on a bottle right now that it's almost out. I'm gonna have to buy another one, but I love it. I would always repurchase. Then I have, well, let me do this. I have one eye cream. This is from Benefit, the Eyes It's Potent cream. This thing is huge for an eye cream. First of all, you don't use a lot of lotion, cream for your eyes. And as you guys can see, I got out as much as I could. This lasted me almost 3 months, and I use it day and night. So I guess it's a good value for how much you get. However, this is just like a moisturizing eye cream. I didn't see any like anti-aging benefits, and I am in that age range where I'm starting to use more like anti-aging creams. So this is supposed to be a brightening eye cream. I wouldn't repurchase it. This came in some sort of kit. However, it's the full size. But I would never repurchase this by itself. I would rather use something from like Algenist or Fresh, you know, actual skin care brands that have like more benefits than just moisturizing, let's just say. But this was fine. I'm glad that I used it up, and now I can move on to other actual like more beneficial eye creams for me. Then I have two moisturizers here. This is the first one here is the Lancome Energy DV Water Infused Cream. I use this as my day cream. This was really kind of like watery, but still moisturizing. Like there are some lotions that feel very watery, and once they sink into your skin, they just feel like you have nothing on. But this actually felt my skin very moisturized, and I used it during the day because it was very light. This one, however, from Drunk Elephant, this is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. It was very thick, and I use this during the night just because I like to have a thicker cream during the nighttime. This worked really nice, and I would consider buying this in the full size. I've never really used like Drunk Elephant moisturizers. This was the first one, and I'm quite impressed. I gotta say, I really did enjoy it. And then last but not least, my home fragrance things. I used up a box of these cubes from Febreze. These are the wax melts in the Gain scent. This is the original scent. I love how these smell. They smell like just clean. I love coming home and my house is smelling like this, like just clean laundry, I guess you can say. They do make other scents, the Febreze brand, but this is my favorite. I would always repurchase this one. Then I have a candle from Chesapeake Bay Candle Company. This is the Aloe and Basil. As you guys can see, this burned pretty well all the way down. A little bit of wax left over in the glass, but nothing that's too bad. As long as it burns all the way to the bottom, I really don't mind. And there's no tunneling. This is supposed to have spearmint and basil. I could not smell any kind of spearmint or basil. This just smelled like a clean bar of soap to me, just like a generic clean bar soap. It had a decent throw. I burned it in the living room, and I could smell it pretty well. I bought this on Marshall's on clearance for $6, and if I saw it again, which I probably won't, I would purchase it. I think it's good. And the last one that I have here is a soy blend candle in the scent Wild Rose. This smelled like roses, and I also bought some Marshalls for $6 on clearance, and this had a very poor throw. I could only smell it when I walked by it, but if I was burning it in a room, it didn't scent up the room. So this burned actually very well as well. There was no tunneling, very minimal product right here left in the glass, and it did burn all the way to the bottom. So I guess it burned well, so I can't really complain. But that's it, guys. Those are my empties for the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.